Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Bayern Munich 2, Real Madrid 2. Lots to break down, quite literally, right after the match. I've decided, obviously, this is a game that every fan wants to watch. So I decided, you know what? Let's just do the review right after the game. As I did watch this game live, I watched the full 90. I can kind of remember the key highlights, the key moments of the game, and we'll obviously dissect this game because lots happened. It kind of was, but wasn't the game we expected because in my preview, I predicted 2-2, but I didn't predict Real Madrid to score first. Neither did I predict Bayern Munich to come back from behind to lead the game for was it 30 minutes? Maybe 25 minutes ish. But either ways, it was a very, very chaotic game. And there were goals galore. And I think Real Madrid will be the happier team. I think going back to the Santiago Bernabeu, I said in my preview, obviously, a 2-2 draw means you have basically now got a one-leg game at the Santiago Bernabeu to decide the winner. And I think that the Bernabeu is gonna be a huge, huge boost, and it has to be at its absolute peak to get these players going, to get these players in the right mood and swing of things. And it's gonna be interesting because in a week's time, who knows which version of Real Madrid is going to show up. There's a lot to talk about, obviously. Overall, first thoughts of the game, I thought, obviously we all saw that Bayern Munich dominated the first 20 minutes. And then out of nowhere, Real Madrid score. First half went pretty quickly. Second half comes along. I thought Real Madrid played too defensively from the very beginning, obviously trying to protect the 1-0 lead. Almost trying to say, look, we're going to try to take this 1-0 lead back home. And to defend that 1-0 lead for 45 minutes or longer is almost impossible, let's be honest. And Real Madrid tried to do that, and immediately, 7 minutes after the second half began, conceded, and then a few minutes after, penalty, conceded again. That period of time was the worst as a Real Madrid fan because you're leading the game, you're not playing the best, you're the second best team on the pitch, but at least show that you're just not going to defend and do nothing and let Bayern attack. Because the moment Real Madrid say, let's go defensive, Bayern Munich immediately pounced on the opportunity. They immediately pounced and they got the rewards, which are the 2 goals. And obviously when they did get the 2-1 lead, Real Madrid began to start attacking, and for 25 minutes in search of the equalizing goal, and then obviously the penalty, and then obviously the equalizer goal. But certainly I think the draw is a fair result. But I just think that Real Madrid almost brought it upon ourselves in a sense that that goal that Sané scored should have never really happened because obviously you play defensively, you allow Bayern Munich to get at you. If you have the ball, don't pass it backwards, don't look behind you, try to obviously not make the risky passes. But even when Bayern Munich were not pressing, even when Bayern Munich were not coming to get the ball, Real Madrid just pass it back. You have an option to pass to a player next to you with no pressure because Bayern Munich for a period of time started switching off in a sense. They were just allowing Real Madrid to get control of the ball and then lose the ball, and then they can hit on the counter attack or obviously get the opportunity to score, which they did. You get the ball, you pass it back, and all you do is you play in your own area. You pass it back, pass it forward, pass it back, and you're in that small area of the pitch. And when you lose the ball there, you give away the opportunities. It will be obviously a lot more dangerous to defend. And I thought that really, really was the problem. But let's talk about the goals. First goal, Vinicius Jr., incredible goal. I have no idea how we scored that goal, but Toni Kroos, yet again, the vision, the passing, incredible. I think you have to put it on Neuer for that one. I just think that he had a lot of time to come out, and I think that he had a thought about it. He was like, should I come out? And in the end, he decided not to. And Vinicius Jr. gets on the end of it and obviously puts it beyond Neuer. And then obviously the first half, I'm pretty sure there was a shot from Kroos in the first half, deflected off Kimmich, that was well saved by Neuer. And that was essentially it, apart from the first 20 minutes of Bayern Munich having the control of the game. They had a couple of decent shots. I thought Sane had 2 opportunities himself, notably within the first 3 minutes, that was saved by Lunin. Second half, speaking of Sane, what a goal. The ball goes out to the right hand side, our left, and Sane gets the ball, drifts into the box, smacks it really hard. Lunin can do nothing about it. I do not want to see any people, any fan, anyone online blame Lunin for both goals, because neither goals are his fault. That goal, I thought that it was Folo Mendy's fault. I mean, Mendy he's looking back, right? He's trying to run while facing backwards, essentially. But he never closed down Sane, in a sense. He never really tried to block or go with Sane. It was like he was going another place, and I was like, what are you doing? And Sane gets the ball, cuts inside, Mendy goes on the outside, and you know what? Great shot, great finish. By the time Lunin knew, it flew in. What can the keeper do? With that kind of power, accuracy, that was pure quality from Leroy Sane, and we have to admit that. And then, literally, a few minutes later, Musiala does really, really well into the box, cuts in, Vasquez sticks out his left foot, I believe, and that was a penalty. I have to be honest, that's a penalty. Contact. I like this referee as well, because, not trying to be biased, both penalties were penalties, and he gave it straight away, didn't hesitate, didn't have to consult VAR, straight away knew it was a penalty, gave it, and then Harry Kane scores. 25 minutes later, I have no idea what Kim Min-jae was doing. I thought he had a really, really poor game. And yep, Vinicius does well, gets the ball to Rodrigo. Rodrigo is then hacked down by Kim, and that has to be a penalty because he just hucks him down. Literally hucks him down. And then obviously Vinicius Jr. scoring the penalty. Saw a lot of people say it was a weak penalty and there was no power. Hey, who cares? You know, you can have the weakest penalty. If it scores, it scores. Simple. Okay? The goal is that matters. I don't care if it's a chip shot, smashes into the corner, smashes in the top bins, smashes it on the middle, or it's just a weak shot. Doesn't matter. I'd rather a weak shot that goes in than a powerful shot that goes over. So, maybe that's just me. But, a little bit on Bayern Munich. They gave the atmosphere, as we know. They gave the fight back as we expected. They started off well, which we did expect, and I did say in my preview. Bayern Munich are going to come into this game, they're going to start well. I thought they were going to score in the first half. They didn't, but they responded really well in the second half. And obviously, I look at that team. I look at the players who played. I thought Neuer made a good save to deny Kroos, and then another one to deny Vinicius Jr. as well. Kimmich was alright. I thought Kim Min-jae was horrible. And I thought Eric Dyer played well. Who else? Musiala. I think if you had to pick a man of the match for Bayern, it has to be Musiala. I mean, I feel really bad for Lucas Vazquez. He got cooked by Musiala, by Sane, and then by Davies as well. But Musiala absolutely tortured Lucas Vazquez. I thought Sane played well. Kane obviously scoring the penalty. Guerrero came on at halftime and kind of changed the whole game. But, you know, obviously, Bayern Munich, I think, will be the unhappier team out of the two. They have to go away now to the Bernabeu to get the win, to get the result. I think Real Madrid are going to be the happier team. Definitely. But let's obviously run through the starting 11. I thought Lunin, you can't blame him for either goals. I'm sorry, but the first goal, like I said, it was smashed in before he even knew, and the second goal is a penalty, and it's a 50-50, isn't it? I thought Lucas Vazquez had a really poor game. Obviously, going forward didn't really offer a lot. Had a few, missed controls, heavy touches. Defensively though, Musiala cooked him. Sane cooked him. Davies cooked him as well. Particularly Musiala, man. I mean, that penalty was clumsy. Yes, it was clumsy. Yeah, Musiala cooked him, and Vazquez is not gonna have a good game. And it's good that Carvalho will be back for the second leg. I thought Rudiger was incredible. Although we did concede 2, neither goals again were on him. The first goal certainly really wasn't on him, and obviously there was a challenge he made on Kane, which wasn't a penalty, that he did really well. If not, Kane could have probably scored another one. Nacho came off for Camavinga, wasn't happy about it, and I thought Nacho was poor. I really did think so. Obviously, as a player that will be leaving at the end of the season, he wants to be part of these games. He knows he can offer a lot more, but I've really no idea why, as probably one of the more experienced players, definitely, of the team, he's throwing tantrums, he's getting mad for getting subbed off. I really don't know. Mendy, I thought going forward he was good, but defensively he wasn't. And this is a player that we talk about defensively being the best defensive left back in the world, and going forward not really great. So I have no idea what was happening there. In the midfield, Chouameni had an alright game, but obviously he does the job that he needs to do defensively going forward as well. He's the only player in the team that can do his role well, which is the 6. Valverde, once again, I read the stat, it was the 48th game, isn't it, in a row that Fede Valverde has started. Incredible. Cruz, look, made a lot of key passes, obviously, for that first goal, but obviously set pieces, corners, free kicks, passing range, vision, had a great game, but obviously had to be brought off for Modric because he doesn't have the legs for it anymore, and Modric does play well when he comes on. I thought Bellingham was quiet, but as I've said before, his job isn't to score or assist. I thought he made some really good runs. Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. Rodrigo did well to win the penalty, and Vinicius Jr. did well to score both goals. Great finish on the first one, good penalty on the second one. If you had to choose a man of the match, it would be very simple to say Vinicius Jr. But I'm going to say Rudiger because he played well. I really think so. Modric came on, made that one incredible pass, which obviously Vinicius Jr. was denied by Neuer. Camavinga came on, I thought played alright. Brahim Diaz came on, and there was a moment where he had the ball came to him, he had 3 Bayern Munich players surrounding him, he could have passed it, instead he didn't, and he fell. And it was a foul, I know it was a foul, but the basics is you get the ball, you're under pressure, you find a solution, okay? Because on another day, he gets rid of the ball, it's not a foul, Bayern Munich go on attack and score. Come on, it's really basic. When you get the ball and you're under pressure, especially under pressure, you find a way to get rid of the ball, or find someone at least. And Jose came on, didn't do anything. But obviously Carvajal back, Militao should be the one starting next week. So, obviously 2 additions in the team for next week. Incredible. Obviously, I did want Real Madrid to win. But am I surprised? No. Because I literally caught this. I said a 2-2 draw in my preview. And you know what? I still have confidence. Definitely at home at the Santiago Bernabeu, Real Madrid can win. And that is just that. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's review. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.